everybody. Good
Happy
evening.
Wednesday. Yes, good evening. It is dinner time.
It's almost 5 o'clock.
We've been so busy.
Hungry. We've eaten absolutely nothing today.
Yes. Yeah. First day, you kind of get into your routine, and that was work today. So we are here at one of our favorite places.
So last night we went to the grocery store to stock up like we usually do, but we were just very uninspired by any groceries.
Well, not only that, we noticed the lack of kitchen stuff too.
Yeah, we don't really have anything in this Airbnb to cook. We have no grill, and we have like 6 frying pans, but we have no pots or anything. We really wanted to make our chicken soup, and we don't have a pot.
I know.
So we're eating out tonight, but I did want to tell you.
Yes. Oh, gosh, guys.
The only thing I could find in Publix that I really wanted was a can of Libby's pumpkin. I wanted to try adding pumpkin since I've done really well with sweet potato.
Yeah.
And, we got home and the Airbnb did have a can opener, but it was so dull. I got major cuts on 2 of my fingers.
It was jagged. It's jagged.
Don't know if I should have gone and got stitches, but anyway.
I'm not sure either. I don't even know if it stopped bleeding overnight.
Yeah, I cannot wash dishes now. It's just a whole thing. So we are here at the Texas Roadhouse. Where else would you expect us to be?
Right. We have one in town. Can you believe it?
No, actually, I was going to say, we've driven around town a little bit today, just getting here, and then Michael going to the gym this morning, and then Publix last night. Ocala is such a cute town.
It is. It's a really cute
like
town. It seems like they've kept a lot of the natural Florida charm, and it's very spread out. I guess they had to do that to keep the Florida charm, the old Florida charm.
There's just a Spanish moss everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It's beautiful.
Everywhere.
I really like it. I really like this town.
During our breaks today, we've walked abs a few times around our neighborhood. We have kind of made, we're hoping, a tentative list to kind of accomplish before we leave that we think you guys will find interesting. We certainly find interesting. So the plan for this evening is to, of course, fuel. Julie loves when I say that.
I hate when he says that word.
We're going to eat some steak. We're going to eat some steak and probably some sweet potato. And then we're going to go find a dive shop. I think I have one in mind. I've been looking. I will say our Airbnb has tons of very good touristy Florida books. And so I actually went through a local Ocala book on lunch break today. And so this dive shop is highly recommended. So we're going to cross our fingers and hope we have a better outcome. The weather has been pleasant today. Julie and I have been talking to a lot cooler. Not cooler, but cooler in the sense of less humid, here on this side of the coast, which I guess we're kind of central west, of everything else that we're used to. You hungry? Let's go eat.
I'm so hungry. I have not eaten breakfast all week because I ran out of my bone broth that I poached.
We didn't even tell the channel about that.
Well, we ordered more from Amazon. We ordered a bunch of things from Amazon, but our last Airbnb, Amazon shipped everything USPS, and in Florida, you cannot get USPS mail delivered to a short-term rental. That is because of people trying to scam being Florida residents to get their annual pass discounts as a Florida resident to the theme parks.
Yeah. The problem is
all of our stuff came all the way to our house and then turned around and went back. So
and Julie had just got an Amazon the day before, but it was shipped and fulfilled by Amazon. And you can't see that until after it ships. And USPS, for whatever reason, shipped this second order out. So I had to reorder it today. It's supposed to be here tomorrow. So anyway, it's been a whole thing. We're starving. We've been busy today. We got to go get it.
This has been the most Monday feeling Wednesday ever. Michael has had no breaks today. We've basically just a lunch break that was super quick. I have been working super, super hard on my other channel.
On your new one,
to get off the ground. I've been looking for friends and other small channels that are doing similar things to me. So I've been so busy. I haven't had time to realize how hungry I am, but I'm starting. We've been talking for 4 minutes.
Okay, let's take a breath.
Steak.
And we're going to go eat. Yes, we're going to show you what we get.
And then let's go find a dive shop.
Let's do it. Steak was amazing. I ate every
every bite of that 20-ounce prime rib.
If you've not seen the short, you definitely have to go watch the short because it was about as thick as my index finger, I think.
We're on our way to a dive shop.
Yes, Ocala Dive Center. That's supposed to be a really top-notch place in this area. We're going to play with a couple of options, tell them what time we have. I've brought my work phone, so I'll have my work schedule, and we're going to see what we can schedule in the free time that we might have between now and when we get ready to leave.
All right. Dive shop is supposed to be in here, according to the map.
Yeah, according to the map.
I see nails, nurse core,
What's a fit cube?
tax refund, tattoos, comic and games. There they are, on the corner over there.
Wow. No sign, but the scuba flag's out.
Yeah.
Seen better days.
That's a scuba shop. Update.
Update.
We have found a fantastic dive shop, it sounds like.
Absolutely, yeah. He was so
Ocala
nice.
Dive, I think is Ocala Dive.
Ocala Dive Center, yes.
The guy who owns the shop was in there, and we have signed up for 2 dives. I need my fingers to heal a little bit more, so we're going to take tomorrow off diving.
Yeah.
We're going to dive Friday afternoon and Saturday also afternoon.
And 2 of our spots that we wanted to check mark. Okay, first of all, we did not know you cannot dive Silver Springs. We thought we were coming to the Silver Springs area to dive. State law, apparently there's something at the local government here.
You can't even swim in Silver Springs. This is news to us.
I wondered why they were only advertising the glass bottom boat.
I bet it's the monkeys.
It must be the monkeys. So we're going to have to go do that before we leave too to see that on the glass bottom.
Maybe we can do that tomorrow.
Oh, that's a good idea. I think we might be able to do that tomorrow. Yes. Very, very nice. He was very nice. ChatGPT got it right. He recommended this place. He said if you want a high rated, and he worked with us. He's like, well, I'm doing this in the morning, this in the afternoon, and we were like, well, what about this? He's like, well, okay, I'll let my instructor do that, and then you and us 3 can go do.
Yeah.
So, and it was such a better price. He is so nice. I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
So we have to come in tomorrow to get fitted, but otherwise, just a perfect. I'm so happy we got to do this after dinner, and we get to dive at least twice before we leave. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
told the story about how I cut my fingers really, really bad yesterday. Trying to get into a can of pumpkin, Libby's Pure Pumpkin, which, by the way, that was delicious. I was just craving, like, ice cream, but I knew there's not an ice cream out there for me. I have tried all the lactose-free ones, and they just don't work out for me, but I thought, you know what I'll do? I'll get a Libby's can of Pure Pumpkin, and I'll get some heavy whipping cream, and I'll just pour it together, and I'll make some kind of, like, a melted sludgy thing. Well, Michael actually whipped the cream for me, and that was great.
Made you a mousse.
He made me a mousse, yes. But the can opener at our Airbnb was so dull. I was working so hard to get into this can of pumpkin, and I didn't want to ask Michael to help me because I was trying to be independent, and I eventually got aggravated, and I just tried to use my fingers to pull it open, and I thought I was going to have stitches. It really, really is a deep, bad cut on my ring finger and on my thumb.
You know how I knew it was bad? You got quiet. Instead of like scream, you know when you get those little shallow cuts? It reminded me of the cut that I got when I broke that glass in Colombia. You remember that?
Yeah.
I didn't say a word. I just went like this.
Mm-hmm.
When she did that, I don't think it stopped bleeding the rest of the evening, honestly.
Yeah, and it's like even now, almost 20 hours later, like with every heartbeat, I can feel it kind of going
sore?
Like whomping it.
Yeah,
and I just touched it. That didn't.
That didn't help.
Anyway, so my fingers are really cut up. I don't know if I should be getting in the river quite yet. But I asked Michael if he would stop by. We did have Band-Aids, but I asked him if he would stop by and get me some liquid Band-Aid.
Kind of like the liquid skin, yeah.
Well, he went to a Walmart and they didn't have it, and he came home with super glue.
Okay, because super glue is Dermabond. It's Dermabond. I promise it's the same. It's the same ingredients. It was started as Dermabond, and then I guess
I have not gotten up the nerve to put super glue. This cut is so
we won't put
deep.
In it. We're just going to put it on the edges to kind of do this to the skin.
It just does not sound like a good idea. I understand that super glue. I just
you get the concept. You just don't want it.
I mean, it's like all the way across my finger. Like, yeah.
I've not even seen the thumb. I know you said you cut it too, but I haven't got to see it.
So I'm trying to work up the nerve to take this Band-Aid off because it took 2 hours at least to get it to stop bleeding last night. It was ridiculous. And then I put multiple band-aids on it, and they've held up, and I haven't gotten them wet or anything, but I'm trying to get up the nerve to take this band-aid off and look at how bad it is, and maybe super glue it.
You know, every once in a while I find new things to geek out about, and I've done that with diving since being in Florida, and I want to shoot to the top and take every course and do everything, and that's different than other things in my life in the past, because it's not just education, it's practical too. Anyway, I've been following some channels on YouTube, and I come across two guys today called Dive Talk. They're out of Marietta, Georgia, but they love the Florida Springs. They love to cave dive in Florida. And I happened to come across a two-part series, because a lot of things, what they do are reaction videos of when dive instructors screw up and put the person, you know, the certified, the newbie, into harm's way. And I saw there was a girl that died, and so I looked it up, and they did a reaction video first, died in 2020, but then put out an interview, and essentially what happened was she was strangled by her suit. When you get into a suit that is called a dry suit, not a wetsuit. Wetsuit uses water to make a barrier. Your natural body heat warms that water up. A dry suit creates an air barrier, and it stays warmer longer. But just like with your atmospheres of pressure, when you go down, Boyle's Law, you have a regulator on this suit that lets out air, and your BCD is hooked up to it so you can reinflate. So it's another level, right, of technicality. They screwed up, this dive shop screwed up so bad on her. She didn't even have the BCD connected to the dry suit. And she got down, they got down to 60 feet. She's calling that she's out of air. What she means is her lungs are being compressed. The dive instructor ignores her. She falls off a ledge. She's been weighted too much. This is like a combination of errors. She's been weighted too much in her suit, and she falls off that ledge. Drops to 100 feet. Her dive buddy's trying to save her. He's a man in his mid-50s, by the way. And he can't. He's trying to drop. You have quick release weights. That's what you just saw in the dive shop. Where if Julie's in trouble, I can drop her weight and help her get to the surface faster. He couldn't find them on hers because they put rock from the shore in her BCD to weigh her down, and in her thighs, which you don't even put weight in the suit itself. So he had no idea. He couldn't get her. He couldn't get her up. She fell to 110 feet
underwater,
and she passed away. So it's a whole series of, because they're both technical diving instructors, and they're going through. So I watched the reaction video first, and then I found there's a two-parter where they interview her mother, the attorney who is a defense attorney for only scuba diving. He's a past naval scuba diver, but he took her case on as a plaintiff, and the guy who tried to save her. They have all three of those on at the same time as an interview. So I was telling Jules,
did she fall in the water unexpectedly?
She tripped off the ledge because she was so weighted at guys.
Like before they would have had a chance to do like a safety check of gear?
Yeah, that's when he noticed. She told her at 60 feet, which that's what we're certified for. I'm out of air. His GoPro, by the way, guys, is going the whole time. So they have it for trial. And you see the instructor just float over top of her, doesn't pay her a bit of attention, and just keeps going. And so he notices now something's wrong. So she looks to him, says, I'm out of air. He comes over to her, and she falls off that ledge because she has been weighted down with 45 pounds. That's the biggest plate, Jules, in the gym that you weightlift with.
Do you have to weight extra to swim with a dry suit?
Very good question. And
I don't know anything about a dry suit.
A little bit more. She should have had about 15 pounds. Julie usually uses 8 to 10 pounds. This girl's about Julie's size, or was about Julie's size. They put her with 45 pounds on her.
That's a third of my body weight.
Exactly.
Wow.
And that's why he's like, I couldn't figure out why I couldn't lift her.
But do you have to have extra weight if you're scuba diving in a dry suit?
Just a little bit more. They were
Not
also
much more?
in is it Glacial National Park?
Glacier National Park?
Yeah, so they were in very, very cold
God.
water on top of all that.
I'm excited to see this.
Anyway,
is it a podcast, this YouTube
thing? They do it just like a podcast. There's no video unless you see video of, like, they don't show her dying. But 6 total minutes he was running it. And he said, I was just running it because, and Julie and I know this, it's difficult to push that button when you're underwater in a waterproof housing. Sometimes we don't know if we've captured something or if we haven't.
Yeah.
So he just clicked it on his BCD and ran it continuously. Because his daughter was supposed to get certified at the same time, and she kicked her daughter out of the water. The diving instructor kicked his daughter out of the water.
Why?
Because she couldn't get her weighted, so she just told her to leave.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was a mess. Anyway, they are really good, and they're so upset with Patty because Patty advertises, we want to make diving safer. We want everyone to be aware. The first rule is you never hold your breath. The second rule is you have a buddy. Your buddy is your lifeline. We're not made to be underwater. So all this equipment has to be checked because you're literally wearing your life preservers on you, or you would die under there. And he said there's so many things that went wrong. Anyway, I found it. I've really liked these guys, and would love to have the opportunity to dive with them. But it's something I've started getting into is researching dive channels, especially in the Florida area. And they came across because, like I said, they dive Florida a lot, but they're out of Georgia. Yeah. All right. Little relaxing evening. We're back. We're going to walk abs. Hope the wind's not too terribly bad. I didn't grab a microphone. But I thought before we close the vlog out, I've not really updated you guys on that book, The House of Leaves. Just so you know, it's essentially a haunted house book, but it is the quintessential haunted house book. If you look at any rankings, it's always top 3 or 4, and like I said, it's been on my list for a very long time. I will tell you, it's slightly outdated in the sense that the way it reads is like the Blair Witch Project. And what I mean is, I don't remember what you call that. Do you know what you call that, Jules? Back in the day when it was like the fake media, when they're trying to give you, but all of it was staged.
Like found footage?
Like it is. It's like a found footage, fictional. And what I mean by that is even the forward of the book is setting the story. It's telling you how the found book was found. And it wasn't a book. It was notes that were found in a person's apartment after he died. And this guy just happened to find it because he was friends with the super of the apartment. So that's kind of how it starts, and then it really is exactly what I've said. He put it in to look like notes, so you might have ink that's written, not real ink obviously, but ink that's written in the margins. Some of it is typescript that looks like it's been pulled in from a typewriter. Some of it is regular script that you would see in a normal paperback book, and the font changes sizes. I think it's supposed to kind of give you kind of an unsettling observation as you're reading it, and set a little bit more of a environment, if you will. But it's about a haunted house that is much larger on the inside than it is on the outside, and it's about a family that lived there. And that's as simple as it gets, but what I've read so far is interesting, and I understand if you take yourself back to the year that it came out, how it was really a new concept of how to tell a story. It wasn't just like The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson, if you will. It was a different way to do it, but I make it akin to the Blair Witch Project. That was very new and created a lot of reaction and created a whole genre of type of movie. And this book kind of did the same for haunted houses at the time.
Do you remember when our channel was really new?
Yes.
We first got the idea to start a channel because of our cruise, and we were doing a lot of carnivore content, but we almost immediately transitioned into being a movie review channel.
I do remember that, yeah.
We went on a quest to watch every found footage movie ever made. I think we found a list of like
from
the
Ranker.
top,
I think it was Ranker, yeah.
So we were watching them in order that they were ranked. But you talking about the Blair Witch Project made me think of that because I'm a huge found footage movie fan. I never get tired. Oh, sorry, she likes.
So yeah,
I never get tired of a good found footage movie. So,
yeah.
Is this the book? Sounds like it's.
The book is the same. I mean, the concept in the sense that we're taking notes and putting them in a 3-ring binder, if you will, and then out of that, you're supposed to make sense of what the story is trying to tell. So yeah, just a little more on Blair Witch. Now that you got me on Blair Witch, I won't rant too long. I'm at 4 minutes. But I was in college when that came out, and I remember sitting in a microbiology lab going, were there really 3 people that went missing out in the woods in New England? I've got to go see this movie because
social media ruined everything.
I know. It was touted as like a documentary. They did a really good job. Their marketing team did. So anyway. I think that's it. I think that's it for today.
One more thing. We need a thumbnail.
Okay. There's our thumbnail. I hope you guys have had a wonderful Wednesday. I keep wanting to say Monday. Wednesday.
Like a Monday. It big time feels like a Monday.
We are very happy, in case anybody's wondering, that we did move a day early. This was the right move. We had a terrific time at the dive shop. Super excited for that. And what else? We're going to have a relaxing evening. I'll tell you about that documentary. You know what I'll do? We'll watch that tonight, and I will see you guys after the gym and give you a rundown on that documentary, a little more in depth tomorrow morning.
It's about to get noisy. We are coming up on a yard full of German police.
German police, yeah. Julie likes to say Abra calls the German Shepherds the German police.
The
so, have a good night, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you.